Hey everyone, it's your family doctor here. Have you ever felt like this? You didn't do anything super tiring all day, no heavy lifting, no running a marathon, nothing that made you break a sweat, but your body feels like it's rusted out, shoulders stiff, back aching, legs heavy, and you just can't seem to find any energy all day long. A lot of people think, well, I'm just getting older, so they go out and blindly buy all kinds of expensive supplements, calcium, vitamins, fish oil, or various energy tonics without really understanding what's going on. But here's the truth they don't know: that heavy, rusty feeling. It's not just age, it's a traffic jam inside your body. Your energy and blood pathways are completely blocked. In today's video, I'm going to show you a simple 5-minute toe raise routine that costs absolutely nothing. 3 easy moves to wake up your whole body, support your internal organ function. And yes, the health benefits are even better than many of those pricey supplements. Great for men and women, young and not so young. I'll also clearly tell you exactly who should not practice this blindly. Before we dive in, if you care about your own health and your family's health, please hit subscribe so you don't miss more practical health knowledge in the future. And if you like what we're sharing today, please give us a thumbs up or simply type the number 1 in the comments. Also, feel free to share this with any friends around you who also feel that same heavy, stuck sensation in their bodies. All right, let's get right to the point. So first, let's really talk about why, even when you haven't done any exhausting physical work that leaves you dripping sweat, your body still produces this frustrating feeling of heaviness and rustiness. Many people, after they reach middle age, whenever they feel tired, their first reaction is to go to the drugstore or the supplement aisle at Walmart and bring home boxes and bottles of calcium, vitamins, fish oil, or energy boosting tonics. They happily believe that by swallowing all these expensive nutrients, their aging body machine will get a continuous stream of new power, but reality is often very cruel. You keep taking them for 6 months or more, you spend money like water, and your shoulders are still stiff, your legs are still heavy. So why is that? The logic is actually very simple. Think of your body as a vast farm field. Those expensive supplements you buy are like the highest quality, most expensive fertilizer, but if the irrigation channels in that field, meaning the energy pathways and blood vessels inside your body, are completely clogged with sludge, weeds, and garbage, and the water won't flow at all, then no matter how much good fertilizer you spread, it cannot be carried by the water to the roots of the crops. That fertilizer either sits there rotting and fermenting, increasing the metabolic burden on your liver and kidneys, or it just gets washed away completely useless. The single biggest problem with our modern lifestyle is sitting still for too long. Whether you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix, sitting at a table playing cards, or sitting on a park bench chatting with friends, as long as you maintain one position for a long time, your body's blood and energy flow become abnormally slow. Once blood flow slows down, your blood becomes thicker, and all the waste products from your body's daily metabolism, things like lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and various toxins, cannot be carried away and flushed out in time. These metabolic waste products pile up in large amounts inside your shoulder muscles, your lower back joints, your calf muscles. So your muscles naturally become stiff and tight, your bones and joints naturally feel achy and hard to bear, your legs feel like they're filled with lead and you can't take big steps. Your brain doesn't get enough fresh blood and oxygen, so you naturally feel foggy and drowsy all day long, without half a bit of energy. So the ultimate key to solving this kind of fatigue is absolutely not to blindly eat supplements. It is to do everything possible to completely clear out this transportation network inside your body. As long as the roads are open, blood and energy can flow nonstop. Those stiff muscles will naturally be softened by warm blood. Your whole body's vitality will be awakened in an instant. So, what method should you use to clear out this complex network? Do you need to go to the hospital for expensive physical therapy or chiropractic sessions? Do you need to go to the gym every day and run on the treadmill or lift heavy weights until you're soaked with sweat? Not at all. The 5-minute toe raise routine I'm going to teach you today is a perfect method that goes straight to the root of the problem. I know a lot of you might laugh when you hear the words toe raises. You might think this is just a simple move that even a 3-year-old can do. How much health benefit could it possibly have? If that's what you're thinking, you couldn't be more wrong. The toe raise movement actually has a very high and respected status within several thousand years of health and wellness tradition. It not only has a deep theoretical foundation, but it also completely aligns with modern Western medical anatomy and physiology. Let's start by tracing back to ancient wellness wisdom. In ancient times, this method of health preservation through toe raises had a very culturally rich name. It was called the Dunjong method. The word dun in ancient language means to stomp or press down heavily. The word jong refers to your heel. So the dun jong method, just as the name suggests, is a method of shaking your body by lifting your heels and then letting them drop rhythmically. More than 2,000 years ago, during the early Western Han Dynasty, there was a very famous excavated medical text called Yin Shu. In this book, there is a very clear written record that says dun zhong to straighten the chest and dun zhong left dun one time, right? Dun one time, 300 times, and that's enough. This fully proves that as early as the Han Dynasty, our wise ancestors already deeply understood that using this regular heel lifting and heel vibrating method could greatly straighten the energy in your chest, shake apart and expel the stagnant, stuffy energy stuck in your chest, and help you breathe smoothly and feel emotionally happy. Not only that, if you know even a little bit about traditional Chinese health exercises, you have definitely heard of the famous Ba Duanjin, the 8 brocades. This set of fitness exercises has been highly praised by health experts throughout the ages. The very last movement, which serves as the finishing touch and the stabilizing anchor of the whole routine, is named Shaking the Body 7 times to Eliminate Illness. Think carefully about that name, Shaking the Body 7 times to Eliminate Illness. That phrasing is incredibly confident and powerful. The core movement of this exercise is entirely about rhythmically lifting and dropping your heels, strongly stimulating the energy channels in your feet, promoting blood and energy circulation throughout your whole body, strengthening your lower body muscles, and achieving the grand goal of regulating your internal organ functions and eliminating various hidden health problems. The reason ancient people placed this movement at the very end is because the previous 7 movements have already gotten your whole body's blood and energy flowing. Then at the end, through the heel vibrations, you smoothly guide that slightly restless energy down to the soles of your feet, bringing your body back to a calm, solid, grounded state. So much for ancient wisdom. Now let's put on a modern medical lens and look at what magical changes toe raises actually create in your body from a Western medicine perspective. In modern anatomy and physiology, your calf muscles, especially the strong gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, have been given a very important and vivid nickname by medical experts. They are called your second heart. Think about it. Your heart is like a tireless water pump. It forcefully pushes fresh, oxygen-rich blood through your arteries to every corner of your body, including your farthest toes. That's the output of blood. But after this blood has finished its nutrient exchange and turned into dark red venous blood, how does it flow back up against gravity from the soles of your feet to your heart? That is a very difficult task. The weak suction force from the heart alone is far from enough. This requires help from your leg muscles, especially your calf muscles, through their contraction and relaxation. Inside the veins of your calves, there are very special one-way valves called venous valves. When you do a toe raise, your calf muscles contract and relax very strongly. When the muscle contracts tightly, it's like you're squeezing a sponge full of water, forcing the blood inside the veins upward. When the muscle relaxes, the one-way valves inside the veins immediately close, like a door shutting, preventing the blood that was just pushed up from flowing back down to your feet. Every single toe raise is one powerful pump of blood by this second heart of yours. For many of my middle-aged and older patients who don't move much, their calf muscles are weak and loose. This causes blood return from the lower body to be very slow, a large amount of blood pools in the calves and feet. This not only causes severe swelling and edema in your feet and lower legs, where you press a finger in and it leaves a dent, but over time. It can also cause very painful varicose veins, with purple bulging veins popping up on your calves like earthworms, even more dangerous. Because blood return from your lower body is poor, the amount of blood going back to your heart decreases. That leads to insufficient blood and oxygen supply to your heart muscle that can cause chest tightness, shortness of breath, and even more serious cardiovascular problems down the line. When you consistently do this toe raise routine, you are giving your second heart a strengthening workout. It greatly helps the venous blood in your lower body flow back faster, continuously supplying enough oxygen to your heart muscle, and that is an enormous benefit for protecting your cardiovascular health. At the same time, during the lifting and dropping process, the muscles, tendons, and the plantar fascia on the bottoms of your feet are all getting a thorough mechanical stretch and increased blood flow. This not only quickly reduces leg swelling and makes your legs feel light, but it also greatly increases the absolute strength of your calf muscles and improves your balance when walking and standing. We all know that the thing older adults fear most is falling. Many serious fractures happen exactly because lower body strength is weak and your foundation is unstable. Regularly practicing toe raises and stretching the muscles and ligaments on the bottoms of your feet builds a rock solid, stable foundation for your body, fundamentally preventing the tragedy of a fall. After explaining the Western medicine principles, let's return to the meridian and energy channel theory. There is a very classic and core saying in this tradition: all diseases start from the kidneys. The distribution of energy channels in your body is very regular. Among them, one of the most important and most vulnerable channels for middle-aged and older people is the kidney channel of foot Shaoyin. The source of this kidney channel is deeply hidden at the bubbling spring point, Yangquan, on the bottom of your foot, and then it runs up through your heel, up the inside of your leg, all the way to your kidneys. In this traditional medical framework, the kidneys are called the root of life. They are the birthplace of your body's vitality. They are like the engine of a car or the battery of a phone. As you age year by year, the thing that starts to decline first and gets consumed the most is your kidney energy. Once kidney energy becomes deficient, kidney essence becomes insufficient, your engine loses power, your phone battery hits empty. At that point, you will experience a series of frustrating aging symptoms. For example, sore lower back and weak knees. Standing for just a little while feels like your lower back is about to snap. For example, low energy. Feeling exhausted and unmotivated even in broad daylight. For example, cold hands and feet. Your feet feel chilly even during the hot summer. When you do a toe raise, every time your heel lifts and drops, you are giving a deep physical massage and activation to the bubbling spring point on the bottom of your foot and the kidney channel along your heel. It's like plugging a charger back into that nearly dead battery. Toe raises strongly guide blood and energy downward. They pull down all that restless heat, dizziness, and insomnia energy from your upper body that's floating up due to deficiency. Pull it all down to warm your cold kidney energy and replenish your depleted kidney essence. When your kidney energy becomes full and strong again, your weak lower back and knees will naturally have solid support. Again, your energy will naturally flow forth nonstop like a spring. Hearing all this, I believe everyone now truly understands the huge health value hidden behind this simple toe raise movement. It is absolutely not a silly little trick to fool people. It is a free, no side effect, natural medicine that goes straight to the root of the problem. Next, I'm going to teach you step by step exactly how to do this amazing toe raise routine. This routine has 3 movements that build on each other. Just listen carefully, learn, follow along with me, and with only 5 minutes a day, you will personally feel the wonderful, refreshed changes happening inside your body. Let's start with the first movement, the foundation of the whole routine, the basic toe raise. Before doing this movement, you need to get your body into the right position. Please stand naturally on the floor. It's best to wear a pair of flat, soft-soled, comfortable shoes, or just wear thick cotton socks and stand on a yoga mat. Do not wear high heels or leather shoes with very hard soles. Stand with your feet naturally apart, about shoulder width apart. This gives you the most stable base. Let your arms hang naturally at your sides. Look straight ahead, chin slightly tucked in, keeping your neck and spine in one straight vertical line. Take 2 deep breaths. Clear out all the random clutter from your mind. Let your muscles, especially your shoulders and back, completely relax after you're ready. Let's begin the movement. Inhale deeply. At the same time, slowly and steadily lift both of your heels. Notice that I said slowly. Do not suddenly bounce up like a spring. That can easily strain your Achilles tendon. Shift your weight gradually onto the balls of your feet and your toes, especially your big toe and second toe. Grip the floor with your toes as if they are tree roots digging into the soil. As your heels go higher, you will clearly feel the muscles in your calves starting to tighten and get hard, like a rock. When your heels have lifted as high as your body can comfortably handle, stop at that highest point and hold this tight position. Silently count in your head 1, 2, 3. This 2 to 3 second pause is crucial. It's the golden moment when your calf muscles get their maximum contraction and your second heart gets its strongest pump. After 3 seconds, start exhaling. At the same time, let your heels drop naturally without using your muscles to control the drop. The moment your heels touch the ground, you will feel a light vibration. Pay attention to that sensation. Let that vibration from the heel drop travel from the soles of your feet upward through your calves, spine, all the way to your entire body. You might even feel a slight tremor at the back of your head. This vibration is the most essential part of that ancient saying, shaking the body 7 times to eliminate illness. It's like giving your internal organs a gentle internal massage. It can break apart and shake loose those tiny blockages stuck in your energy channels so they can be expelled. The entire lifting and dropping process must be well paced. Lift like pulling silk, smooth and steady. Drop like dropping a stone, natural and solid. Don't rush, don't wobble. Let's consider 20 toe raises as one standard set. After 20, pause for a moment to catch your breath, roll your ankles around a bit, then do another set. Repeat for 3 to 4 sets every day. That's about 80 lifts total. Now, let me give you a special reminder for older patients or anyone whose legs aren't very steady or whose sense of balance isn't great. Safety always comes first. Do not be a hero. You do not need to do this completely hands-free. You can stand next to a wall or gently hold onto a sturdy chair back or your kitchen counter or the edge of your dining table. Use that support to keep your balance and then safely do your heel lifts. The highest goal of this movement is not how high you can lift or how fast you can go. The best measure is that after you finish, you feel your calves slightly warm and achy, and your whole body's joints feel open and stretched with a sense of free-flowing energy. I once had a patient, let's call him Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee was a retired security guard before he retired. Years of standing and sitting throughout his shifts had ruined his lower body circulation. His 2 calves were so swollen they looked like they had been soaked in water, puffy and shiny. Every night before bed, if he didn't soak his feet in hot water. The pain was so bad he couldn't sleep at all. He tried quite a few diuretics. They helped a little but only treated the symptoms, not the root cause. Later he came to see me. I looked at his situation and I didn't prescribe him any expensive medicine. Instead, I taught him this most basic toe raise movement. I told him, every day when you're sitting at your post, anytime you have a free moment, hold on to your desk or your chair and do 20 or 30 of these lifts. Mr. Lee is a very serious and practical person. He went home and strictly followed the rhythm I taught him. He practiced consistently. About 2 months later, he came back to my office. He happily rolled up his pant legs to show me. The swelling in his calves was completely gone. He said walking no longer felt heavy. He told me excitedly, "This method you taught me is really amazing. Now I can go to the park and walk for miles without feeling tired. This works better than any medicine." This is the real miracle that this seemingly small toe raise movement can create in improving lower body circulation. So much for the basic toe raise. Next, let's advance this movement. A single basic toe raise mainly opens up the lower body, but if we cleverly add some hand movements, we can direct this power of opening up straight to the central hub of your body. This is the second movement of our toe raise routine, toe raises with kidney point massage. Remember when I explained the traditional medicine principle, I emphasized that one of the main goals of toe raises is to warm kidney energy and replenish kidney essence. Since the kidneys are our target, let's attack from 2 directions at once. From below, your heels stimulate the source of the kidney channel. From above, your hands directly massage the body's external access point for the kidneys. Attacking from both above and below at the same time, the effect of strengthening your kidneys and lower back will multiply exponentially. To do this, we first need to accurately find this mysterious external access point. That is the famous Shenshu point in traditional medicine. I know a lot of you get nervous when I mention finding an acupuncture point, but it's actually not hard at all. Let me teach you a simple way to find it. First, stand up straight, put your hands on the front of your body and find your belly button. Using your belly button as the starting point, imagine a horizontal line wrapping around your waist parallel to the floor, extending straight back to your spine. When that line reaches the middle of your lower back where your spine is, that spot on your spine is a major point called the Mingmen, the gate of life. Now that you've found Mingmen, from that point, measure 1.5 thumb widths to the left and 1.5 thumb widths to the right. 1.5 thumb widths is about the width of your index and middle finger put together on both sides of your spine, about 2 finger widths away. Press gently. You should feel a slight but noticeable deep ache or tenderness. That is the Shenshu point we're looking for. The name Shenshu is not random. The word shu in ancient language means to transport or flow, so the Shenshu point is the key passageway where your body's kidney energy flows from inside your organs out to the surface of your back. You can think of it as the external charging port for your kidney battery for several thousand years of clinical practice. The Shenshu point has been considered a core point for strengthening kidney energy, absorbing breath, strengthening muscles and bones, benefiting bone marrow and ears, stabilizing essence, regulating menstruation, and stopping abnormal discharge. Whether you have low back pain, Ringing in the ears, low energy, or for women, menstrual irregularities, stimulating the Shenshu point is a top choice for strengthening the body, prolonging health, and preventing illness before it starts. Now that we've found the point, let's learn the movement. Keep the same standing posture as the first movement, feet apart. This time, make loose fists with both hands. What's a loose fist? Curl your fingers, but leave a little open space in the center of your palm. Don't squeeze tight. Then bend your arms behind your back. Firmly press the base of your fists or your knuckles against the left and right Shenshu points you just found. Next, combine it with the toe raise movement we learned earlier. As you slowly lift your heels, start pressing and making small circles with your fists on the Shenshu points. Apply a comfortable amount of pressure. As your heels reach the highest point, increase the pressure to its maximum. Deeply feel that deep, slightly achy but comfortable sensation penetrating into your lower back. When your heels drop naturally and that vibration shakes through your body, use that moment to do one strong, quick press and release with your fists on the Shenshu points. So the rhythm is circle and press upward as you lift, then strongly press downward as you drop. The lifting and dropping of your feet and the pressing and circling of your hands combine perfectly, forming a coordinated rhythm. Again, let's do 20 lifts as one standard set. Repeat for 1 or 2 sets when you do this movement. You will slowly start to feel something wonderful. As your hands continuously press and rub, your lower back will start to generate a warm, comfortable flow of heat. Under the vibration of your dropping heels, that heat will quickly penetrate through the barriers of your skin and muscles, penetrating deep into your spine and deep into your kidneys. It's like land that has been dried out for a long time suddenly getting spring rain. Those stiff lower back muscles that felt like a hard iron board will slowly start to melt and relax under that warm flow. I once treated a patient, Mrs. Wong, who was almost 60 years old. Mrs. Wong was a very hardworking woman who had done housework her whole life. But she had developed a serious problem, low back pain, especially every morning when she first woke up. Her lower back was so stiff it felt like a wooden board. She had to move around for at least half an hour before she could bend down. On top of that, she also had frequent urination at night. She had to get up to pee several times every night. It tormented her and caused sleep deprivation. During the day, she felt completely foggy and out of it. This was a classic case of deficient kidney energy where the lower back doesn't get enough nourishment. I taught Mrs. Wang this toe raise with Shenshu massage. She stuck with it. She did 2 sets every morning and 2 sets every evening. About 2 weeks later, a small miracle happened. Her night urination frequency dropped dramatically, her sleep quality greatly improved, and what made her even happier, that morning lower back stiffness almost completely disappeared. Now she could easily bend down to mop the floor, and she had real energy again. That is the powerful healing energy that is unleashed when you connect the starting point of the kidney channel on your feet with the exit point of kidney energy on your back. After mastering the first 2 movements, we finally arrive at the third movement of this toe raise routine, toe raises with belt channel tapping. If the first 2 movements open up the vertical energy channels and supplement your deep energy reserves, then this third movement is for sweeping away the stubborn blockages around your waist and belly, the ones that cause annoying constipation, that belly fat that won't go away, and all sorts of urinary and reproductive health issues. In your body's energy channel system, most channels like the conception vessel, governing vessel, stomach channel, gallbladder channel run vertically. They're like vertical highways running from top to bottom or bottom to top. But every rule has an exception. In your waist and belly area, there is exactly one very unique channel that runs horizontally. It wraps around your waist like a wide belt, tying together and binding all those vertically running channels. This very special and important channel is called the belt channel. Imagine all those vertical energy channels in your body as a pile of loose sticks. Without a strong rope to tie them together, those sticks would fall apart. Energy would scatter everywhere, unable to form a unified force. The belt channel is that rope responsible for tying everything together. Ancient texts record that the belt channel has the leadership role of binding all channels, holding the lower body together, and harmonizing the 100 channels. Why is it that after middle age, especially for many women, no matter how much you diet or exercise, that ring of belly fat just refuses to go away? Why do so many middle-aged and older people struggle with stubborn chronic constipation for years? Why do so many women around menopause experience irregular periods, metabolic problems, and other frustrating issues? If you look at these problems from the perspective of the belt channel, everything suddenly becomes clear. It's because as your age increases, the energy flow in your belt channel slows down, your energy becomes deficient. This causes this invisible belt to become loose and lose its original strong binding power. Once the belt channel is loose, those vertical channels that should be held tight lose their support, your intestinal movement loses its external binding force, so waste doesn't get pushed out, and you get constipated. The fat in your belly doesn't get the warming energy and binding force it needs, so it expands wildly like loose sand, piling up into thick spare tire, and your pelvic and reproductive systems lose their holding and stabilizing force. So all sorts of problems show up. So the most direct and effective way to solve these frustrating waist and belly problems is to tighten that loose belt channel back up and reactivate it. And tapping the belt channel while doing toe raises is the ultimate method to activate it. First, let's find the exact area of your belt channel. Simply find your belly button, then draw a horizontal line from your belly button to the left and right sides of your waist. On both sides of your waist, at the intersection of the line from your belly button and a vertical line down from the free end of your 11th rib, that general area is the core belt channel area. In simple terms, it's that ring around your waist where you wear your belt, the soft part at the sides of your waist where it naturally bends. That's the belt channel area we're going to tap. Now that we've found the area, let's learn the movement. This third movement is done right after you finish the Shenshu massage. Keep your feet apart in the same standing posture. This time, make loose fists again or simply open your palms into flat hands. Either way is fine. Start the movement, use your waist and belly as the center axis. Let your arms naturally relax and swing loose. Use the twisting of your waist to drive your arms alternating left and right hands, gently tapping the belt channel area on both sides of your waist. For example, when you twist your waist to the left, your right hand taps your left waist. When you twist your waist to the right, your left hand taps your right waist. At the same time that your hands are alternately tapping your belt channel, your feet need to coordinate with the toe raise movement. Heels lift, arms swing, heels drop and vibrate at that exact moment. Your hands tap on both sides of your belt channel, lift, swing, drop, tap. The rhythm of this movement must be light, springy, and full of a happy kind of flow. Don't pound like you're beating iron with rigid force. The force of the tapping should be just enough that you feel the waist and belly area getting slightly warm and feel a deep vibration into your tissues, but never so hard that it causes pain. Again, let's do 20 taps as one standard set. Repeat for 1 or 2 sets. When you do this movement that combines toe raise vibration with twisting and tapping, you will experience a kind of amazing freedom you've never felt before. The vibration from your feet and the tapping stimulation from your waist meet inside your abdominal cavity. This strong physical stimulation and energy resonance act like a powerful blender, quickly speeding up the movement of your intestines. Many of my patients who have been suffering from constipation for years tell me that within the first week of consistently doing this movement, while they're tapping, they feel their belly start to rumble. Then the urge to have a bowel movement hits immediately. They go to the bathroom, and let's just say everything flows smoothly. After passing that built-up waist, their belly instantly feels noticeably flatter. I know a woman, let's call her Mrs. Zhao. She was in her early 40s. After having her child, the belly fat just settled in like it was home and would not leave no matter what. On top of that, she worked in an office all day, sitting for long hours, so her energy was stagnant and she had very irregular bowel movements. To lose weight and get her health back, she tried diet pills, she went to the spa and got expensive abdominal massages. The results were minimal at best. Later, I taught her this method of toe raises with belt channel tapping. Mrs. Zhao went home and made it her daily routine. She stuck with it for about 3 months, then one day she excitedly told me that a pair of tight jeans she couldn't fit into before now went on easily. Her waist circumference had shrunk by over 2 inches. What made her even happier? Her many years of chronic constipation was completely resolved. She had a regular bowel movement every morning like clockwork. Her complexion was rosy and bright. She looked and felt like she had gotten several years younger. That is the magical power of the belt channel being reactivated, retaking its leadership role over all the body's channels, consolidating energy and blood. Regularly tapping your belt channel, opening up the energy in your waist and belly, not only reduces belly fat and ends constipation, but is also a natural healing tool for women dealing with all sorts of physical discomforts. So now we've finished this 5-minute toe raise routine, which combines ancient wisdom and modern science. The 3 core movements: basic toe raises with Shenshu massage, And toe raises with belt channel tapping, I have given to you completely and without holding back. If you look at these three movements, they start by opening up blood return from your lower body, then go upward to warm and replenish your deep kidney energy, and then horizontally bind and harmonize your waist and belly energy. It is a perfect, flawless system for waking up your entire body. It is more comprehensive than any single supplement because what it wakes up is your body's own powerful, built-in healing ability. But as a responsible family doctor, I have a few more honest, from the heart things to say at the end of this video. These are the important cautions and things you must be aware of when practicing this routine in medicine and in wellness. We always say that treatment must be based on individual diagnosis. No matter how good a health method is, it is not suitable for everyone to blindly practice. Although this toe raise routine is gentle, its stimulation on your lower body bones, joints, and blood vessels is very direct and strong. So if you fall into any of the following categories, please be sure to hold off. Practice with great caution, or better yet, only decide to do it after getting clear guidance from your own doctor. Number 1, pregnant women and women who are in the postpartum recovery period and still very weak. Please absolutely do not practice this routine. Toe raises and belt channel tapping strongly stimulate your abdomen and pelvis, which can cause uterine contractions. That is very unsafe for your baby's safety and for your body's healing after delivery. Number 2, if your knee joints or ankle joints are currently in a state of obvious redness, swelling, and pain, or if you have just twisted or injured them and are in the acute injury phase. At this time, your joints need absolute rest and ice. The vibration from toe raises will increase the mechanical wear and inflammatory response in your joints. That would make things worse, not better. Number 3, people with severe foot problems. For example, if you have been diagnosed by a doctor with severe plantar fasciitis, and every morning the moment your foot touches the ground you feel a stabbing pain, or if you have a sharp bone spur on your heel, every time you drop your heel the vibration will jam that bone spur into the soft tissue around it, causing intense pain. For these patients, please go to an orthopedic specialist first to treat that condition, then come back to talk about exercise. Number 4, and this is the most dangerous category. If you have severe high blood pressure and your blood pressure is often very high and won't come down, or if you have a history of serious cardiovascular or cerebrovascular disease, like you've had a heart attack or a stroke, especially if you have been diagnosed with serious varicose veins in your lower legs, or even worse, deep vein thrombosis, meaning blood clots inside your veins. Please do not casually do vigorous toe raise vibrations. Because a blood clot inside your vein is like a ticking time bomb. Under gravity's vibration and the strong squeezing of your calf muscles, that clot can easily break loose. Once that clot breaks loose and travels through your bloodstream to your lungs or your brain, it can instantly cause a fatal pulmonary embolism or a stroke. This is life-threatening. So for patients in these high-risk vascular categories, you must follow your doctor's advice. Choose the gentlest form of exercise, like slow walking. Do not blindly follow along with this routine for everyone else. As long as you don't have the above contraindications, I sincerely hope that starting today, starting right now at the moment you finish watching this video, you will stand up and try this 5-minute toe raise routine. Health never comes from spending a lot of money. It never comes from swallowing all sorts of pills and potions from bottles and jars. True health comes from using the smallest daily habits day after day to clear blockages and wake up your body's original vitality. 5 minutes every day while you're waiting for your water to boil. When you get tired of watching TV before bed at night, raise your toes, rub your lower back, tap your belt channel with every heel drop. Shake out and crush all that cold, that fatigue, that achiness that has built up inside your body. At our age, we don't expect to bounce around like young people, but we absolutely should pursue a life of quality and dignity. We need to be able to stand tall and walk steadily, to go to the park, to go grocery shopping, to sit around the table with our children and grandchildren, laughing and talking happily without being a burden to them. The prerequisite for all of that is having a healthy body with abundant energy and smooth channels. If you feel that what I've shared with you in today's long video has truly reached your heart, if it has given you even a little bit of insight or help, I humbly ask you for one small favor. Please use those hands of yours, the ones that bring you fortune, and give this video a big thumbs up. This not only gives me the biggest encouragement for doing this hard work of science education, more importantly, Your thumbs up will tell the algorithm to recommend this video to more people who are currently suffering from full body stiffness and itchiness, people who are still blindly spending money on supplements. Let more people know that without spending a single dollar using such simple movements, they can wake up their whole body's vitality. Or please hit the share button. Send this video to your family WeChat group, send it to your old classmates and close friends. Just one simple share from you might help an old friend who has been suffering from chronic constipation for years finally solve that embarrassing problem. It might help an older woman who can't walk far because of leg swelling find her light and easy steps again. Pass on this gift of health. Let people in our age group stay away from illness and enjoy their later years in peace. That's a form of shared kindness and good deed. Don't you agree? And also, I very much look forward to seeing your comments down below. You can tell me, have you ever done toe raises before? Did you learn these 3 movements today? When do you plan to start practicing, or after you've practiced for a few days? What wonderful changes has your body experienced? I will read every single comment carefully. Let's encourage each other down there in the comments. Share our health experiences. If you run into any problems while practicing, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will answer everything I can. Life is ordinary, even plain sometimes, but as long as we put our hearts into our daily exercise, as long as we listen carefully to what our bodies are telling us, we can live warm, full lives and keep our bodies wonderfully healthy.